Two peas in a bong. Two peas in a
peas in
bong.
a bong.
Two peas and a bong. Two peas and a bong. Two peas
Two peas
Two
in a
peas
bong.
in a bong.
All right, y'all. Two peas in the bong in the building again. It's your boy DP
It's your boy KP.
and Bong should be here in the comments. Won't be on the live, but should be in the comments. So, man, stepping right on into the shit and getting it on your shoe. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, maybe not so crazy to you, because did you say you wouldn't be surprised if there was another road victory tonight?
Nah, I think that was more a Ubong.
Okay,
I thought that Minnesota was foolproof. But before I get into that, man, let me say, man, that somewhere on my road to Damascus, I fell off the donkey. No, I fell off the horse
mm-hmm.
and landed on the donkey.
On the, I was about to say, I was gonna let you finish it. Fell off the horse.
And for those of you that want to know
Bong
another
said he
name
told
for a
us.
donkey, I landed on my ass.
Hey,
That
Bong.
reflection I thought that was light, it wasn't light.
Look, I said that I've been talking about Indiana. Y'all been telling me that about Cleveland. I said Cleveland showed me that they were a legitimate contender, at least that they have the pieces, but I needed to see what was going to happen with them in the second round. And
Tonight, though,
last night I said that they were going to lose, and I think it was Scotty Boy was like, Cleveland ain't losing again.
yeah, and I sided with Scotty Boy.
Okay.
I will say though that Cleveland did have 3 rotational guys out. Two of them being starters. So they're missing a defensive player of the year, Evan Mobley, sprained ankle. They're missing Darius Garland, his toe, and they're missing DeAndre Hunter. I think it's his shoulder or something like that. So those are 3 pieces. 2 of them start, and then DeAndre Hunter's been playing well for them. So they were grossly undermanned in game 2.
No, I feel that. And I'm not denying that. That was like the a battle of 2 hustle man teams.
Yeah,
To be
it was
honest.
sloppy in
Yeah,
spots.
and I should have prefaced that with I say this with the the most utmost respect, or as much respect as I can possibly say it, but that
Yeah,
was like 2
nasty.
hustle man squads.
It was nasty. It was a lot of
Yeah,
muscle hustle.
as Shaq would say, the others were all over the court.
Yeah.
But I guess Indiana's others were, well, it wasn't their other in the end.
No.
Yeah, it was Halliburton in the end, but
it was John's son.
Hey, hey, John Halliburton is at the crib looking at the game like that Michael Jordan scene on the
like he hit 6 threes in one half.
Oh shit.
It was John. Yeah, it was Johnson. It was John's son that came through. But I want to say this, man. Aaron Neesmith, I wasn't familiar with your game. Aaron Neesmith has been getting busy.
Yeah, he has been. This
Um,
year has been a cool year for him.
I had to go back and read up on him. I'm like, man, who is this guy? Where did he come from? So, he's from South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Vanderbilt, and he was drafted by Boston in 2020, and he was a lottery pick. He was
Mm-hmm.
picked 14. And somehow, I mean, I don't know if he would have fit with Boston with what they have,
Mm-hmm.
but seeing though that he's came to Indiana, it's like, man, he's getting opportunity and he's coming through. Like, he had 23 points today. Last game, he was cooking last game. So he's
Mm-hmm.
cooked the first 2 games of this series. But did you see the tip jam he got in the fourth quarter off the free throw?
I missed
Oh,
it, man. I missed that
oh
TJ.
my gosh. So Charles Barkley he was frustrated when he was talking about this game.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, there's no way that you're supposed to give up 2 offensive rebounds on free throws.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the fourth quarter that happened. I want to say within the last 5 minutes of the game. Pascal Siakam went to the free throw line, shooting 2 shots. The first one spun out. He shot the second one. The second one spun out. Neesmith ran from the top of the key, caught it, and tip jammed. All on Donovan Mitchell. Disgusting.
Oh, wait. You talking about when Mitchell fell in the
Yes.
on the ground? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, I saw that one.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Where he
Disgusting.
was I don't know. I'm not gonna say acting, but he was laying down there for a while.
Oh, he was hurting. I think he was hurting.
Okay.
He kind of got hit in the head and put in the headlock. It was
Okay,
was
yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
nasty. So
Yeah.
you had Neesmith that got the tip jam. They had to go and review it. They're like, we think it was offensive interference. There was a violation. He did go over the foul line. He was over the 3-point line and damn near at the free throw line by the time Pascal Siakam released the shot. So it was a violation from that aspect, but clean dunk nonetheless. And it was 2 points and 2 points that they needed. So you had
Mhm.
that, and then you had the situation with Halliburton. Halliburton going to the line, they're down 3, shooting 2. He hits the first. I'm
Mhm.
thinking, okay, it's 12 seconds. And I could hear you and Bong talking. We're gonna go with this foul shit again. So this is what I was expecting. I'm like, oh, okay, he's gonna make the free throw. They're gonna be down 1. They're gonna play this foul game. I see. Nah, he said, damn this foul game. I saw what happened with the foul game yesterday. We ain't gonna do the foul game.
Mhm.
He missed the free throw on purpose and got his own rebound.
Mhm.
The whole process of him getting to the shot looked disgusting. Let me start by saying that.
I mean, he created space,
No,
man.
no, 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 no,
You
no. I'm
know.
saying no. I'm not saying when he did the move. I'm saying the stumble
Oh, okay,
into the
okay,
rebound,
cause
dribble.
at the dribble, after he collected himself,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah, yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, after he
After he
collected,
collected
yeah,
himself,
it
it
was
was
great.
like wop 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 wop,
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
step
yeah.
back, money.
Top
You
tier,
know. Yeah.
top
I
tier.
look,
But into that
look. When
process,
he was pulling up, I stood up out of my seat and started walking away. And my son is sitting on the couch. I'm walking away, and I'm looking. Whop! I said, "Hell no!" And he's on the court like, "Oh!" And we both in there like, "What?" Like I had a feeling like it was going in, and I was like, "I'm about to tell these cats, Bong, as you said, I told y'all." But
and
go ahead, KP. Say what.
man, he released the shot on it was Ty Jerome guarding him. And it was bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh gosh,
Yeah.
it's really over. Part of me felt bad for Donovan Mitchell. Donovan left it all on the court.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, you know,
you drop 46 and you lose. That's
he
tough.
but he needed to drop 46.
No, I understand that.
Like as I said, it was a hustle man game. It was two hustle man teams.
Very, very, very nasty in a lot of spots.
Look, Bong says Halliburton handles and shot are both tricky.
Very unorthodox. Can't get the rhythm of it.
Hey,
It's concentration. What how was it? How was the beat? Concentration. Concentration is the game. Keep the. You remember that?
keep the rhythm or you'll be out the game. Starting with
Job.
no, yeah, yeah.
Some people couldn't keep the rhythm. This is Halliburton. You can't keep the rhythm. Your concentration is off. What is he doing? Is herky jerky? Is he gonna fall? Is he gonna give the ball away? There's no way in hell that shot's going in. That's nasty.
Maybe that's what he wants. He
Yeah.
wants you to be thinking it's
Oh,
all
I can
over the
take that.
place.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can. Yeah,
sloppy Joe.
absolutely. And it's very unorthodox,
Yeah,
but it's effective.
just like the old sloppy Joes back in the day. It may be sloppy.
Nah.
Look,
Man, I wouldn't mess with no damn sloppy Joes, dog.
hey man, were you in rough times? It
Yeah.
may be sloppy. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, pause. It got the job done. They
Oh,
was in a rough time. It was sloppy. At the end of the day,
yeah,
got the
man.
job done, man.
Ooh, this dude said sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
That's like that mom. Remember the mama don't feed me no baloney. I want a manwich meal. Nah, I don't want
I didn't
manwich.
want no manwich.
You said what?
No.
Oh, you weren't messing with the manwich.
No.
Dog, I couldn't even do spaghetti meat on bread. Too close to a sloppy Joe. Nah, no, thank you,
I
man.
mean, who's doing spaghetti meat on bread?
I'm saying it's too close to a sloppy Joe. No,
What
no,
the fuck would you put the spaghetti meat on the bread for though? Are you saying like you like a
like
piece of Texas toast or something?
something like if you so we would do the garlic toast, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you talking
Yeah,
about the
like that.
bread on the garlic toast? Okay.
Yes. And
All right.
sometimes we ran out of noodles, man. So you're using bread.
Yeah, even that, like
Yeah,
garlic toast. You make
yeah,
garlic
nah,
toast
man,
out of
no.
regular
Yeah, n-
like
no,
wheat bread or
sometimes it just wasn't garlic toast. Sometimes you just get the bread out,
yeah,
out
or the bread.
yeah,
Okay.
you just like, oh, warm that, nuke that in the microwave, put that in the bread. Nah, man, I'm not doing that. That's too close to a sloppy Joe for me.
Okay.
I'm I'm cool.
All right. Well.
But Donovan, man, he left it all on the court, man. He left it all on the court. You know, and I said 46 points. He had 48 points, so excuse me. Um, it's unfortunate he did miss 4 free throws. He didn't shoot the 3 ball well, 1 for 7, but he played his butt off. The other dudes, Sam Merrill. Sam Merrill played well too. 26 minutes, he had 14 points. Shot 44% from 3. The guy that was disappointing, Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome was very disappointing. I was watching Ty Jerome and I like kind of had an epiphany. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan. I was like, yeah, I'm not a fan.
He's been doing this thing for them.
He has. He's had a hell of a
Yeah.
year. He
Yeah.
was a finalist in most improved, but he's an acquired taste. Not my cup of tea. I was watching, I was like, Ty, you're kind of forcing it. I thought that in the absence of Evan Mobley, I thought that D Wade, that's what I'm gonna call him, just D Wade. I thought that D Wade gave him some good minutes. Like he didn't shoot the ball well from the field. He was 1 for 4, but he did rebound well, gave him 10 rebounds, and got a lot of 50-50 balls. Pause. So
He, Got a
Okay.
lot of 50-50 balls.
Yeah,
Balls.
like keep the offense alive.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like just I respected what he did out there. He played defense. He wasn't trying to do too much. I feel like at times Ty Jerome was trying to do too much. It's like, look, man, you don't have it going. He clearly didn't have it going because he was 1 for 14. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, look, man, let Max Struess be the number 2 or let Jared out. Like, let's play off Max Struess more and play off Jared Allen more. And I'm saying let's, like, I'm invested. I'm like, come on, man, do that as opposed to trying to force up shots. It got to a point where it was like you're looking, and when you start missing like 5-footers, 6-footers, and you're just short arming everything, it's like, man, just go on, man,
Mm-hmm.
and distribute a little bit more, man.
Mm-hmm.
Understand who has it going, and let's ride with the people that have it going.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
So
mean, so you think that was slowing the comeback down the way that he was playing, or what? Like
what do you
Jerome,
mean
or
slowing the comeback down?
I'm saying it's slowing the Pacers come back down the way Jerome or whoever was playing. You saying you
I
weren't
think he was no, I think he was complicit in the comeback.
okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
like, yeah, it was a point where like
I
Jared
meant
Allen was
yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. My bad.
7 for 9 from the field with 22 points. Get him some more shots.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to chase your offense, man. Like there's no reason that you should go 1 for 14.
Mm-hmm.
At when you're 1 for 8 and the game is getting close, all right, man, you gotta either you're getting to the basket and you're getting shots, or you're just like wide open and you take those shots, or you're passing and you're setting screens. Like, you can set us like in basketball. I love this game, man. There's so many different ways you can get open. Sometimes when you set the screen for someone, you end up being the one that's open because they collapse on the guy that you set the screen on. It's miscommunication. And then you end up open and you end up, now you can get a good shot. Now you can get a good look. Some of the 14 shots that he took, those weren't always good shots.
But that's the NBA now, man. Like the stuff that you're talking about, setting the screen, and then you end up being the person who's open, and I mean, you can start getting detailed on how you can move, cuts
Yeah.
you can make, LV, curl, fade, all that. Yeah, but that technical stuff, sometimes that shit is out the window because these dudes are just coming down, and whoever has the open three, that's who's taking the shot. You saw that with Boston, right?
Yeah.
And you even saw that tonight with Minnesota too. I know we're talking about Indiana and Cleveland right now, but you
Mhm.
just see a lot of these guys coming down and they're just gunning. Like there's really no, I mean, I don't even uh, an offensive set. Are you really seeing these teams run through an offensive set?
Mm, somewhat. I mean, sometimes it
S-
depends.
Sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's a bunch of
It's
threes, man.
yeah. A lot of I mean, but a lot of the offense is like high ball screens.
Right, 2 or 3.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
ball. Yeah,
and why is it high ball screen? Because it's out
yeah.
to the
They
three
want the
point.
outside shot.
Yeah. No, nobody, man, who's really setting uh pick and roll, screen and roll, and then going to the dive?
Jared Allen. Jared
Who's
Allen's a dive guy.
who's going to the dive?
Oh,
I'm
who's
saying
going?
who's
Yeah,
passing it to who's passing it
yeah,
rather.
yeah.
Like who's going to the dive, man? Who's passing it to him?
No, I know what you're saying. Chris Paul.
Okay. So,
He- he's
Chris
somewhere.
Paul at the crib
Yeah,
watching the games and sliding down slides like
with
Kevin
Kevin
Durant.
Durant.
Yeah, like, shout out to Kevin Durant, man.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Oh man.
But no, I'm just saying, like, uh, I get what you're saying,
Yeah,
and what you're talking about is the fundamental side of the game, which, you know, I'm pretty sure all these guys know,
of course they know.
but you know,
They're
it's
choosing to
just.
ignore.
But here's a question then. If we say the game that's being played in the e- NBA
Mhm,
is moving away from general fundamentals of the game, right? It's
mhm.
more so run, gun. Boston is showing you shoot as many threes as you can. It's a lot of teams is doing that, right? Maybe not to the extent of Boston. Do you think, and I know you've seen it at the lower level with AAU basketball, are you seeing fundamentals coaches running plays and showing kids how to use certain cuts and get open and running through offensive sets, or are you seeing the same run and gun style and ISO basketball and just basically fast break?
It's it's more so of the latter of what you just said, more so ISO basketball and fast breaks up and down. It's more of that. However, some teams do run plays, but they don't teach players how to get open. So they don't really go through those fundamentals, how to set your man up to use the pick when you don't have the ball, like moving without the ball. They don't really go through that. So
Right.
that's an
So
unfortunate part that
is it
is missing.
so the question is it necessary?
Absolutely is necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, we see that Steph Curry is still effective because those are the things that he does. In addition to being able to shoot,
Mhm.
pass, dribble, and hit the dive man or play ISO ball.
Yeah, I agree. I'm saying I'm asking you if you think it's necessary. I think it's
Oh
necessary,
yeah,
but you
again,
see, you I don't think that everybody is teaching
no, they're not. No, they're not.
it. So,
No, yeah, but to say that he doesn't know it, he went to Virginia.
oh, I'm not saying that he
Who
doesn't
was
know it.
his coach?
Yeah, no.
He
I didn't
knows
say
it.
that he doesn't know it.
Okay, yeah, like
Cause no, I said when um I asked you about them, we both agreed, like, yeah, they know it. But
yeah.
then I said, well, let me ask you another question. That's why I switched to the AAU, because I know from what I've seen, all these kids don't know that stuff.
Oh no, 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 absolutely.
You can ask a kid, well, what's this? I know even when I was telling my son about different cuts, how to cut and use a screen and all of that stuff, he just did not know. Like,
L
yeah,
I
like, what is that?
E
V?
Iverson?
Huh? Fade?
UCLA? What?
A fade?
Uh,
Yeah, what? Like,
a flare? What? Huh?
yeah, flare off of
Yeah.
what is a flare? Like, what do you
Come
mean
on, y'all.
curl? Like my hair is curling?
All the people that's tapping in. Y'all hear us going through these cuts, right? So understand that we do know a little something. We we
Yeah.
got we got some opinions, but we do know a little something. I know y'all like, damn.
Just a little.
Yeah, it's yeah, a little.
Yeah, just a
I mean,
little.
one of the things you cut well, and you coming off of curls. Oh man,
Yeah.
man, I see you coming off the curl. Yeah, I'm hitting you.
Yeah,
Man, I
but
get you cocky.
the thing is, to pass it even before I get there, because I know how
Absolutely.
to set the
Yeah,
dude
yeah,
up
exactly.
to get caught
I
up
see it
when I'm
happen.
curling.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see it happening. Yeah,
But
let me get
as a passer, you also have to read if he's fighting over
curling
the, yeah, like
or
if I've
flaring.
hit him a couple times on the
Yeah,
curl
yeah,
and
okay.
then
Yeah,
he's like,
flare.
"Oh, I'm just about to go over top." Now
Yeah,
I'm not even going to curl all the way, homie. That's where the fade, the flares, and
yeah.
even catch you on the back door, depending on
Oh,
where we
absolutely.
standing at the basket. Like,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
come on, baby.
Yeah. But
But
I'm catching you on the curl. I'm ca-
yeah,
I'm yeah, I'm catching you on the curl right around that elbow, and yeah, I
it's
know it's
money.
good.
It's
Yeah.
money. Yeah. Deal World in the building. Was good, Deal World. He says, "Any team surprise you guys tonight?" Um,
Indiana.
Indiana didn't surprise me.
Indiana.
Indiana did not surprise
Let
me.
me say this. When the game first started and I found out that Cleveland was out without 3 of their players,
Uh-huh.
I did send a text message saying that Cleveland was without those guys. So I figured that Indiana would beat them because of the absence of Mobley, the absence of DeAndre Hunter, the absence of Darius Garland. And so once that happened, I was like, okay.
Scotty boy in the building too. Go ahead,
But
KP.
seeing how Cleveland jumped on them early, it was like, wait a minute, like Donovan Mitchell channeled his inner Allen Iverson, like I refuse to lose type of mentality. And it was
Uh,
like,
yeah.
okay,
And Scotty boy says, "F those stupid Cavs." Scotty boy, we actually
lost.
mentioned you before you got on here because I said when I said that the Pacers were might win today, you said the Cavs ain't losing again. I think
And
that was you. Correct
I
me
agree with
if I'm wrong.
I agree with you, Scotty boy. You know,
But
I gotta address Scotty boy since ça passe.
okay, look, he's switching. He ain't saying nothing about the look. He ain't saying about the Cavs though.
Yeah.
He's switching to the Warriors. What I tell y'all about
Nah,
the Warriors
we ain't
though?
going there yet, Scotty. Nah, man. Okay, he saw the injury
Okay, he saw
report.
the injury report. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
he hit you with the my
Yeah.
boy. But no, deal world. I wasn't surprised. I thought the Pacers had a good chance of winning. I was actually surprised that they were getting blown out, given the fact that the Cavs were missing all those guys. That's what surprised me, if
Yeah.
anything, tonight.
Yeah.
And if we're talking the other game, Minnesota and the Warriors, I don't know who's in more trouble at this point. I don't know
No.
if it's
It's clear who's in more trouble.
I don't know if it's the Warriors because they may not have Steph Curry
Okay.
or
Okay.
or
Okay.
or or if it's the Timberwolves because they didn't take this game with the Warriors not having Steph Curry. Like if they play like this again, they could very well be in the same spot where the Warriors snatch a game.
The first and foremost, man. So we going to that game now? Are we
I mean,
talking
we
about
might as well because Scotty Boy was asking about it too.
okay. So um
He said what I told y'all about the Warriors, but nobody want to listen. Warriors to the finals.
nah.
That's still a stretch.
So let me
That's still a yoga stretch, Scotty Boy.
Julius Randall Rock, father from Chris Rock. I mean, father from
Mm.
Everybody Hates Chris, working all these jobs with nothing to. Julius Randall's working all these jobs and has nothing to show for it.
Man,
Looks like
listen,
he's working hard.
yo, I
Look,
told my son, I said,
look like
Julius Randle manages to make it all look tough. Like this dude was being guarded by Brandon Pajimski. Is that
fading.
his first name? Brandon?
Yes,
He was being guarded by Pajimski and fading away.
fading, fading.
Like fade to black.
Julius Rock, man, working
Man,
hard, got 3 jobs, it's cheap, and ain't got nothing to show for it.
he should have been the difference in that game. Especially
I
the way they were playing, him. Like he should have been the difference.
I thought that he was going to be a bully inside. I
Yeah.
really did.
Um,
I was
yeah.
so disgusted. I'm not even gonna say disappointed. I was disgusted. I was disturbed. And
Listen, I don't think that he'll have, because it's probably going to go 7. I don't think that he'll have 6 more games like that. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll come through. It's just he has to be assertive and aggressive and attack the paint. Like, he can't settle. I mean, he was shooting threes. Him and Anthony Edwards, they both were just completely missing the rim.
oh man,
Like,
Anthony, he has some bad misses.
so
Bad,
did Julius Randle.
bad misses.
Like,
But
just go to the cup.
what I will say about
Anthony Edwards went to the cup and he still missed. It was just an off night for him. Another one.
it was. But let me say this: what I respect about Anthony Edwards versus some of the other guys. So Anthony Edwards had a terrible first half. Managed to finish the game with 22 points, 14 rebounds, 9 for 22 from the field, but he only shot 5 threes. He's 1 for 5 for 3. He started out, he was like 0 and 3. He was like 0 for 3. He wasn't settling on a bunch of threes. So I do respect that, because it's like, that's the way we grew up playing. If your shot's not falling from the outside, get to the basket.
Yeah.
Good things are going to happen for you. Whether it's you go to the free throw line,
Mm-hmm.
whether you just make the shot up
Yeah.
close,
And-
either or.
Yeah. By the way, I know you and Scotty Boy, this is a sidebar. I know y'all usually the ones who bet. I did a small pick 6 myself. The only person who ended up losing for me. You see all that green, right? You see all that green?
Wait. Where?
You don't see the green, you don't see all the green lines?
Yeah, I see. Okay, yeah, I see the green.
Only one.
Who was it?
It was Moses Moody. Couldn't get
Moody.
1 assist. 1 assist. It was a small bet. I would have won like what is it, $57, almost $60. But
so I didn't bet on this
something
game, but
light.
if I would have lost.
Something light.
I would have lost because Pajinski didn't get 11 points and Julius Randle didn't get 20 points.
What did Julius Randle get?
18.
Okay, I think I went with Julius Randle on the overall fantasy points. And I don't think he got it. Yeah, so such is life, such is life. It is what it is. But listen, Scotty Boy said a couple things. He said Curry will be back soon. He can sit out game 2, then get ready with the Warriors come back home. When the Warriors come back home. I don't listen. If he sits out game 2, they lose. He better be coming back in game 3.
Yeah.
If he don't come back in game 3 and Minnesota takes home court advantage back, Warriors are done. Warriors. Minnesota in 5. Wolves in 5.
Absolutely.
But nah, so Scotty Boy said he got breaking news. And Bong asked him to break the news. This is what he's saying. Durant going to the Rockets.
Look, man, I don't know where Durant's going. Durant's on a boat right now, going down a slide. The sun was out, so right now Durant going in the heat. Durant going to the heat.
Hey, Scotty Boy has some more bad luck on the parlay too, man.
Yeah, man. That's
by 1.
And Draymond, you was
Draymond.
You was cussing at your TV when Draymond smoked that layup at the end. I know you was hot. I know you were.
Oh
I
man,
know you was watching it close. Draymond was 2 feet away from the basket and shot the ball 4 feet. Hard off the backboard. Like, what are we doing, Draymond?
man. Oh, woo.
All right. Scotty boy.
We'll see, Scotty boy.
Listen, if that deal goes through, Scotty boy, I'm gonna need you to lock me in with your source and go from there, man. I need to know this source.
Scott or Scotty boy gonna be our source.
Matter of fact,
He gonna be our correspondent. Like, yeah, our sources are telling us.
matter of fact, Scotty boy, I'm gonna send a message to somebody, man, and I'm gonna see if there's some truth to this, man. I'll be able to tell you in a couple days, man, if it's some truth to what you're saying or not.
All right, get to work, Kevin Nigajowski.
Yeah.
Kevin Nigajowski back in the building.
I'm back, baby. I'm back. Okay, yeah,
Oh, man.
I'm gonna it's too I can't send a man a text at 10:42, but
Yeah.
I'll send a text tomorrow.
Okay, well, send it when you send it. Dill World says Scotty Boy the insider. Hey,
Yeah.
Scotty Boy gonna be giving us that fake news.
Absolutely.
They're gonna be like, man,
Yeah,
these niggas ain't credible.
Yeah, that NBA Centel. Not
Right.
That's
Name your
giving us that
source.
Centel news.
Nah. Hey, listen. We were actually talking about that too, like where Durant would go. Because it definitely looks like his time is up in Phoenix. But then what a team would have to give up to get him, and exactly which team would that be? I listen, at this point, I'd like to see him go to the Clippers.
For real?
Yeah.
Who you gonna give up for him?
I mean, who you want? Who you want? You think you got some cornerstone players other than a Kawhi and
you
Harden?
don't have enough assets to get him, is what I'm saying.
If you make the trade, use draft capital and bring him there, and you just gonna have a situation where it's those three and whoever you can piece together on the bench, it is what it is. That's pretty much what do they have now. It's the same thing. It's don't give up Zubac. If you could keep Zoo, Harden, and Kawhi Leonard, Norman Powell, I would love to keep Norman Powell, but if they just make the trade, if he just absolutely has to be a part of it.
Okay. So DP, I want you to hear this, listen to this. Okay, so 2025 they have one draft pick, and it's a via OKC swap with the Clippers. So they
Okay.
got a swap with OKC. They got a second round pick in 2026. They don't have a first round pick. They have 2 second round picks. In 2027, they have 1 first round. They have the regular first round and second round pick.
And this is the Clippers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine though. You could keep naming all of this stuff.
I'm just saying, so they don't really have draft
KP.
Yeah.
You use whatever draft picks you named. I don't give a fuck. Was it Deal World who said 30-22 the last time we were on here? Give them one of those two when the Jetsons come knocking. What you're failing to mention is a lot of these trades don't get done unless you bring a third team in. They have to look for another team that can get in the mix and make something happen. Listen, it's a business too. I'm pretty sure Ballmer wouldn't be opposed to bringing Durant to the Clippers, right? It's going to fill the seats. And if you could keep the main core guys, if you could keep Zoo, Harden, and Leonard, and bring a Kevin Durant, I'm cool with that 4 and starting to build like some other people around those guys. I mean, you're gonna tell me that that wouldn't be a just as good of a situation as the team that they have this year? This one
I
definitely overachieved.
so let me say this. So from a Clipper standpoint, yeah, that's great. But from a Phoenix standpoint, it's like, nah, man, you got to make us whole. And if I'm Phoenix, I don't want to hear about a, a a trade for a guy that's in high school or middle school right now. I don't
Phoenix
want that
Phoenix
guy.
has done draft capital trades to get the players that they have. It backfired. Phoenix is in rebuild mode. And it's crazy to say with the 3 stars that they have on their roster, they're in rebuild mode. They're about to break that shit up. So
Oh no,
they're gonna
definitely,
make trades. And, and
definitely.
and really what happens is when motherfuckers know that you want to trade somebody, you're not gonna get what you want because they
That's
know
when
you
they
want to
lowball you.
offload. Right. So they're not necessarily in a position where they got the best bargaining chips. Fuck out of here, Phoenix. Like this shit backfired on them, and unfortunately for them, they got to figure out a way to like patch stuff up. And it's not just gonna happen overnight. They got to figure out if they want to keep Booker and continue to build around him, or if he's going to.
Booker to Detroit.
Okay, well then, you know. And look,
Booker to Detroit.
Scotty Boy is saying the same thing I just said. He said the Suns don't have much leverage. They don't. They don't have much leverage because these teams know they want to break that shit up.
Yes, but I believe if the Suns are like if they make it known, like, look, Kevin Durant is on the trading block.
I don't think people are giving you as much for Durant as they would have given you, let's say, even last year or 2 years ago.
I
That's
I no,
not happening.
I agree with you, but what I'm saying is what I'm saying is that Durant, once you put that out there, now you have 29 other teams that can make a pitch. And now you can sit back and say, "Oh, okay, you can sift through the trades and you can see who's lowballing you and you can see who's willing to go all in." Now, again, you've got to go talk to Durant because you owe it to your vet to say, "Hey, what do you think about this destination? Do you want to go to this do you want to go to Utah? Because Utah's offering a lot, or do you want to go to a contender?"
Okay, what's a contender? Deal World said, what about Washington? Will Washington work? They don't
No,
have much to give up either.
no.
Yeah, but
Washington's not going to work.
and
Durant's not going to want to
and
go to
would he
Washington.
exactly and would he want to go to
Yeah,
Washington?
and he's from that area. He's from Maryland, but
Scott
he ain't gonna want to go.
Scotty
He ain't,
Boy said, give up Harden and Powell to go get a veteran PG. What
what?
vet PG you talking about, Scotty
No,
Boy? Please tell me.
no.
What vet PG you
That's
giving
too
up
much.
Harden and Powell for?
That's too much.
If you gonna include Powell in the trade, you gotta get somebody, you know, of super value. Cause he would be the main piece outside of those 3 guys being Zubac, Harden, and Kawhi Leonard.
I agree with what Scotty Boy is saying when he's saying that Houston has assets. They do, and they have young guys that they can get rid of. Who's the Tari Eason.
Yeah,
They can get
they got
they
a
can
lot
get
of
rid of
guys who
Jabari
play
Smith.
the same type of
Tari
style.
Eason,
Yeah,
Jabari Smith. They can
yeah.
get rid of both of them. They can get rid of because you still have
Just
what's his name laying in the balance.
this nigga saying get rid of them. They
Huh?
they can trade both of them, y'all.
Oh, trade.
Hey, look, Scotty
Yeah.
Boy saying get rid of.
Nah,
Hell yeah,
nah,
you
nah.
cannot. Hey, this is a definite right here. You cannot trade Zoo. Stop
En-
it. Don't
engineer.
do it.
Engineer is saying Jalen Green. No, I think Jalen Green is going to be better when he's the second or third best player on a team. he's gonna look a lot better. When they're keying in on him, he's gonna struggle. But when he's got a guy to take that kind of pressure off of him, he's gonna look good. Durant would, make Jalen Green look good.
What did I say? What did I say yesterday?
Shooter from perimeter. Perimeter
Yeah,
shooter.
a perimeter player.
Yeah, you did say that.
Another perimeter scorer who can
No,
take some
I
pressure off
agree.
him when he is going through his struggles, because right at this point he has the talent, he has the skill, he is just inconsistent. He hasn't figured out how to keep the consistency. If you have a vet like that, like a Durant, who can just constantly go to work, that'll help when Jalen Green hits some of his lows. And then he'll,
Yeah.
probably show him some game to kind of, get it together so he
It's
could
what you do,
be
man.
more
It's how
consistent.
you gotta get to like so the one thing with Jalen that I've noticed is he doesn't get to his skill spots. Like, regardless as to how the game's going, you gotta be able to get to your spots.
Well,
And
what would you say his kill spots are?
the mid range. Get to the mid range.
Mm,
Get to them pull up
okay.
jumpers. Get to the basket. Like you've got to
Go ahead. I wanted you to finish that thought. I see you looking at it now. So,
FYF sports debate.
FYF sports debates in the building. First
Oh, yeah,
time we're
welcome,
seeing
man.
you. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you go ahead and subscribe
Um,
and rock with us. Hopefully this won't be the last time we see you in here, man. But
but he doesn't get to his spots, man. Like Durant's gonna get to his spots, and he's effective.
yeah.
Like
I
he's
mean,
he's
listen,
effective.
I'm not
And then after,
disagreeing with Scotty Boy. I think Durant is a great match. So, I think that's a dope matchup. To pair him with a Jalen Green, like, dog. Appreciate you. Thank you, FYF Sports. We gonna have to return the favor as well. We check you out when we get off of here, man.
absolutely.
But no, like, listen again. Durant, great fit for Houston. What are you giving up though? That's the thing. Because KP, you told me that Houston was just a couple pieces away.
Yeah. Tari Eason, you give up Tari Eason, Jabari Smith Jr., and you give up a couple first round picks, 2 first round draft picks.
Okay, who would be untouchable from Houston if you're going after Durant?
Asar Thompson. I can't give up Asar Thompson. I'm not giving up. I'm sorry, not Asar. Amon.
Yeah,
I'm not giving up
I
Amon
got you.
Thompson. I'm not giving up Jalen Green.
Okay.
And then I'm not giving up Sengun.
Sengun? Okay, I was about to say you giving okay.
No, I'm not giving up Sengun.
Um,
So those 3 guys, I would give up those 2 that I mentioned because again, you still got Cam Cam Fletcher sitting on the bench.
So tell me this. It's Whitmore, right? That's sitting on the bench.
It's
And
so many
Whitmore. I'm
Cams.
like Fletcher.
Yeah, you got Cam Whitmore sitting on the bench.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what FYF is talking about here. Phoenix Suns not taking that. Green and Thompson will both be gone in that trade. For bringing Kevin Durant, you giving Green and Thompson?
I think he's saying Phoenix is going to demand that.
Yeah, but that's not then it's done.
Yeah.
No deal. That's what they no deal. They're not doing that.
He said, and Scotty Boy is saying, click on what he's saying on the top.
What the Suns have no leverage?
No. What he's saying to give up.
Oh, okay. Scotty Boy says Green, Brooks, Thompson. Yeah, the same thing.
He's saying Brooks.
Oh no, Brooks got Scotty Boy. What are you? Wait, hold on. Scotty Boy, you said something about Dylan Brooks yesterday, and I told you like, no. If Dylan Brooks, Yeah, if Dylan Brooks is like the piece to seal the deal, the Rockets are telling him, "We'll see you later." That's a fact. The other three, I would say they can't go. They can't go. And no, Dylan Brooks, nah, he he
Toughness.
brings. Listen, he brings toughness. I'm not. Yeah, I give you that. However, it's not. That's not gonna hold up. But that's not gonna hold them up in the deal, man. Yeah.
And I agree with you. FYF.
Yeah, this is a good
I
point. This
agree
is a
with you.
good point.
And that's why DP said it's got to be a third team
Yeah.
to make that work.
Yeah, you got to bring in so a lot of these scenarios people have been talking about just the swap between the two teams that we're talking about, but I don't know who the third team would be. But that's how
Yeah.
you bring in the other assets, whoever has the draft picks and all of that other kind of stuff.
The
Because
third team is the Utah Jazz because
always,
they just want to get into
they
something.
always, hey, Utah sitting up.
Please.
Hey, remember we were talking about. Hey, where's Deal World at in here? Hey, Deal. Utah is the squad that has all those draft capital trades. They got the draft picks stacked up to
Yeah,
2099. So they'll be the ones who, oh, what you need?
yeah.
Oh, we
I
we
mean,
got you a 2027, a 2032, whatever. Like they got it.
I don't understand Utah. Utah just did the same thing back to back. They drafted for a small forward 2 years ago, then drafted for a small in the first round, then had a lottery pick. I believe it was the seventh pick or the ninth pick, and drafted
Yeah,
another small forward.
yeah,
What are we doing?
yeah.
Like, and then if they get the number one pick, they're gonna take Cooper Flag. You got another forward. What are you doing?
So FYF Sports says the third team would not affect the money, would only affect the roster spots. Utah would charge a first round pick to just help facilitate the team. Yeah. I mean, but that's kind of what Utah does. And
Yeah,
that's what we're saying. Utah is sitting on about, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 of those first round picks because they do a lot of draft capital trades. They helped Phoenix with the deal if I recently, if I'm not mistaken. Um but I mean, maybe not the money, but asset wise, and assets being those picks that the Clippers don't have. Like KP was just reeling off the draft picks that Clippers have, and it's looking kind of slim.
and I could tell you the Utah stuff. So this year they have 2 first round picks.
Mm-hmm.
They have 2 second round picks. Next year
Okay.
they have 1 first round pick. In 2027 they have 2 first round picks. 28 is regular, 29 is regular, and then in 2031 they have 2 first round picks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they got some draft capital.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew it was something like that because I always see in Utah and the Utah Jazz, like, what the fuck is Utah always in the mix with this? Utah is always doing something like, but FYF dropping a couple of bombs in here.
Yeah.
That I don't necessarily disagree with either. He says the rent making 54 million next year. That's a lot of players.
Oh no,
With
no,
Phoenix
I'm
being
sorry.
no, I know. With Phoenix being in the second apron, the team will have to match dollar for dollar. Or I could also see this happening, FYF. I could see if the Suns are just hell bent on, let's say, offloading their roster and sending Durant somewhere. They will do it, and he'll probably work out a buyout if it's not somewhere where he wants to go, and then he'll just determine where he wants to go from there. I could see that being a scenario. But that 54 mil may be something that definitely gets in the way. But I've seen a lot of folks. Hey, people, the regulars. Bong is in the chat. He is not with us. I saw engineers saying, anyone else think Bong look a little off today? So for those of y'all who are new, I think FYF is the only one that is common, and I don't know if anyone else just jumped in and is not. There's a 3-person team we got going on here, but we're missing Bong tonight. He is in the chat, so
And since FYF talked about salaries, I'm gonna give you some FYF. Um, Kevin Durant to Houston, he's making like what 48 million, something like that. So you trade Fred Van Fleet, Jay Sean Tate, a 2025 first round pick, and a 2027 first round pick. And Fred Van Fleet is got a $42 million a year salary. Jay Sean Tate has a $7 million a year salary. So you could do that and the salaries would match up with just Van Fleet, Jay Sean Tate, and 2 first round draft picks.
F and FYF, do you know the because I don't know off top, do you know the penalty for exceeding the
Salary cap.
no, the luxury tax? Because
Okay,
he's talking about the he's talking about the CBA. So they're
yeah.
already above. I think it's like maybe like 16 mil or something like that they can be above the luxury. And if they're already above that, which he's saying Phoenix is, which I'm sure they are, because the shit that they did to build the roster that they have right now. He said Miami might be the only one with the contracts that can pull off the trade without it being messy. Well, and then do you think Miami is ready to break things up?
Yes, I do. We already know that.
Yeah, we were talking about
Yeah.
that the other day. So it could be a case where Miami is maybe a willing trade partner. Something's gonna happen, man. They gonna be talking all summer to figure something out, because I don't think it's gonna remain the same. These rosters are gonna be looking different.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. I agree.
And then Scotty Boy said for that Houston situation that the Suns want at least Jabari in that trade. Is Jabari Smith out of there?
Yeah, I think he'll get traded. Yeah.
Okay. He says I know there's penalties though, right? There's face. So under the 2023 CBA, teams exceeding the second tax apron, like the Suns, face restrictions, no salary aggregations. They cannot combine multiple player salaries to match incoming salaries in the trade. Yeah. So then, damn. So it would be Miami. Miami would be one. It's Houston.
Yeah.
Is Houston still an option?
Well, I mean, Van Fleet's at that 42 million, so he's 7 million short.
Yeah.
So you got to throw somebody in with Durant.
Yeah.
You just throw another play in with Durant.
Yeah.
So Houston still can be an option. I'll see what Jabari Smith, what his salary is.
Jabari Smith,
yeah, he's got he's still on his rookie contract.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still on his rookie contract. So he stands next season, he stands to make 12 million a year, 12 million this next year. So you put someone else with him. Who's the backup point guard from Phoenix? The starting point guard.
And another because I just looked up. So it's I said it was 16 million above the luxury tax. It's actually 17.5 FYF. And they also lose the access to a mid level exception.
Oh wow.
So that's putting the handcuffs.
So they can't get that kind of player.
Nope.
Wow.
It limits the way that they spend, and it takes away the mid-level exception. So I don't know how it's going to happen.
Oh, they're gonna figure it out.
But howsoever it does,
Whenever it be.
it's going down, baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is going down. Engineer says, y'all ever wonder what it's like to wake up and be Bradley Beal? Listen, I'll say this. Bradley Beal has game. I don't think Bradley Beal wants to be there. He is the only player that has the no trade
No trade
clause.
clause.
It's
He's
him
got
and
LeBron.
no, it's him and LeBron that have the
LeBron.
no trade clause. And
Bronny. Bronny's got
by
Bronny's got a
virtue
no trade clause as
by
well.
virtue of Pops.
Absolutely. No, man, hell no, you ain't getting rid of him. No.
I just think that it's at this point, Bradley Beal is just trying to determine where he wants to go. I think like the best landing spot for him at this point. And listen, I hate to keep bringing it up. Hey, come on over to Death Row. Come to the Clippers, baby. Bradley Beal would be a good pickup for the Clippers, man. Don't look up in the sky and wonder. Yeah, he would.
No,
yes,
no.
he would.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't like that. I don't like it because of the emergence of Norman Powell.
Look at that. And why I said,
come on,
Bradley
man.
Beal has officially checked out of playing NBA basketball. FYF, I don't know if I'll go that well. To an extent, definitely checked out maybe this season. But I will. One of the things that we talked about, and we could circle back to this, KP, and I'll let you finish. Is I was saying Bradley Beal being a franchise player, coming over from being formerly a franchise player. He and I would say Devin Booker were not really blamed as much as Kevin Durant when I think Booker was actually the franchise player.
Yeah.
Bill, a former franchise player, but everybody is just blaming Kevin Durant for the shortcomings because he is Kevin Durant. But
wait a minute, man. FYF says some more stuff.
He said the Clippers would be the ones to trade for Bradley Beal. Yeah, they would, man. I mean, hey, come on, typical Clipper fashion. And he said, I saw that man playing pickleball with old men in Scottsdale last week. It's over. Wow. Hey, FYF, are you in Arizona? But KP, you were saying something before I brought up that Bradley Beal.
I don't like Bradley Beal with Norman Powell. I don't like him with Norman Powell, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard. Okay. I think it turns back into the Paul George kind of situation. It's oversaturated. Someone's got to take a back seat. Bradley Beal falls back into a worse situation in Phoenix because now this is the second team that's essentially screwing you over.
Okay. I know Norman Powell is ascending.
He doesn't pass though. Like
right. So would you take Bradley Beal instead of Norman Powell? Because you're talking about them playing together, that they don't play together. If you had to take one or the other, if you had to take one or the other, would you be mad at having Bradley Beal instead of Norman Powell?
For Bradley Beal, for the cost of Bradley Beal right now, yes, I would not want Bradley Beal. He costs too much.
Who are the Clippers paying like that though?
Well, James Harden's about to opt out his player contract to get more bread.
Okay, but
Kawhi Leonard.
But they were going to be locked into the Paul George deal. That didn't happen. So it's not like you saying they couldn't bring on Bradley Beal?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Okay, just asking.
Because I think he's at like 50 million or something like that. It's somewhere close to 50 million a year.
And Scotty Boy said, hell no, keep Powell. Listen, Scotty Boy, both of them pretty much do the same thing. Would you say Norman Powell is a defender, KP?
No.
Okay. Is he
he's capable.
He's capable. Would you say he's a defender?
No, but he's capable. Like
Oh,
I like
capable and
his.
doing are two different things.
No. I would say I like him as more of a defender than Bradley Beal. Looking at like their height is pretty similar. I think they're both like 6'4",
Okay.
but Norman Powell has a 6'11" wingspan. That's why I'd say I'm gonna give the edge to him in that regard.
Okay. All right. Hey, FYF. He said he is in Arizona. So, hey man, we were in AZ for a while, dog. We
Absolutely.
yeah, we
Absolutely.
played after my first year of basketball out here in Cali. I transferred out there with KP. We both went to play JC at Mesa Community College out there. And I
And then went to
actually
Arizona State.
I actually finished up at Arizona State. I didn't play at ASU. Um, you know, there was some talk about some stuff, but we ain't gonna go into
Yeah,
all of that. But I
yeah.
didn't end up playing there, and I did finish. So we were out
Bob
in
didn't wanna
Mesa.
give us a badge. Mr. Evans. It wasn't good times for Mr. Evans.
Yeah.
Mr. Evans wanted the free shot. Yeah, come on out, LA guys.
What
Yeah.
Scotty boy said, I literally saw Bill go 0 for 10 and look uninterested in playing basketball. Nah, I'm good off Bill. I mean, I can name so many people who've gone 0 for.
And check
Like,
out.
right. Like,
Mentally check out.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not necessarily.
I mean, we saw Ty Jerome go 1 for 14 today.
Yeah.
And it was looking bad. It happens.
But
It happens.
he said the checkout part. Did Ty Jerome check out?
Who was guard who was guard Halliburton on that last shot?
Did he check out though? I mean, he got shook, but
I'm gonna start
hey,
sounding like the dude ad-libbing on Sign Your Name Across My Heart. Hey.
hey, Scotty boy. I mean, tonight
Who the hell
Anthony
is Ty
Edwards was
Jerome?
like 0 for 7 at one point. Like, it happens.
He said, who the hell is Ty Jerome? Damn.
Ty Jerome is the nigga that got shook up.
Is the guy
the
team that me and you believed was gonna win today.
Yeah, just Scotty boy. He on your squad. Well, not your squad, but who you called out for the winner of this game. So,
yeah.
a engineer said, imagine having 250 mil guaranteed contract and ain't nothing anyone can do about it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh shit. Hey, and a no trade clause. Like, excuse me, what did you say? Just where? No. Call me back later.
Trade? Yeah.
You want
Joe's.
You want to do what? So I'm glad you asked this, FYF. Are we just severely underrating the Pacers? So, I have not been underrating the Pacers, actually.
I'm on record of doing it.
And out of the three of us, I think I was the only one who had them against Milwaukee, right? And I just, the reason why I say, look, it's not like they are, before you got on here, FYF, we were saying the game today looked like a battle of hustlemen teams, like hustle teams.
Yeah,
like,
it was nasty.
And as Shaq would say, it was a bunch of the others, you know, that were out there in the mix. So Indiana is like a team full of the others. I say that with as much respect as I can. I'm not trying to disrespect them, but they play well together, more so than a lot of these other teams do. You know what I'm saying? So they're a good team. And you can't like discredit that, because they can end up smacking your ass in the face, and all of a sudden you down 3-0, and then it's like, hey man, can you win 4 straight against them? Because that's what you would have to do essentially to win. You got to sweep them, a reverse sweep. That's going to be tough. If Indiana wins the next game, Cavaliers are in trouble.
I think they're already in trouble because they're missing 3 guys, and you don't know the timetable and when those 3 guys are coming back, and they go to Indiana. Now, there's no John Halliburton courtside.
That might mess up the
So,
vibe,
yeah,
baby.
they
That's
might have
messing up the vibe, baby.
Yeah.
You don't have John Halliburton with the terrible towel, baby.
Johnny ain't on the spot.
Hey, I don't know. I don't
Ain't on the
know.
spot. Johnny's on the block.
Yeah.
You bet.
So he says, I can't lie, I didn't see them being as good. They starting to look kind of scary, even for the Celtics or Knicks. Listen, and we talked about the Celtics yesterday, and in the 45 missed 3-pointers or whatever.
Awful.
The Celtics are scaring themselves. And if that, when they come across a team that's scrappy, like the Knicks are scrappy, the Pacers are scrappy, like you're gonna have to get buckets.
Yeah.
And you can't just
And you're gonna have to get some of that garbage. Them rebound putbacks.
There you go.
You got to get a lot of that.
Yeah. He said Celtics play like Lonzo Ball, Chino Hills teams. Gun it. Put it up. As soon as you pass half court, you better shoot. I need about 5 of that variety and 10 from the corner. Like, that's ridiculous, dog. Like, just shooting and Bong, I don't know if Bong is still in the chat. When I asked Bong yesterday, did he like the strategy? He said he don't like it or dislike it, but he respects that they've been doing it all season and they sticking to it. What you think, man?
Oh, I said it yesterday. Like, nah, I don't like when your shot's not falling, go to the basket, attack the rim, put the pressure on the defense to stop you, and put the pressure on the referees to make a call. And I'm not saying drive just to get a foul call, so don't drive and flop.
Mm-hmm.
No. Drive with, like with some heart, with some grit, with some toughness. Get to your spots, get to the rim, and finish.
And Scotty boy, I gotta ask you because I see you saying let's be real, Pacers are having a cakewalk to the Eastern Conference Finals. Did you have the Pacers winning against Milwaukee?
I did not. No.
No, I'm asking Scotty boy. I want to know what Scotty boy's pick was. Because most of the people, and Scotty boy, if you didn't, shout out to you. Most people I heard saying that they wouldn't get past Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's saying he had them winning.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought
Okay,
yeah, I remember having this conversation with you. Like, man, the Milwaukee's gonna come back. They're gonna be all right.
Hey, look, I'm gonna start rolling the tape on y'all asses though. Scotty boy. This is one of them roll the tape moments because you said the Cavs wasn't losing again.
Like, yeah, but I I own mine when I try to make a prediction and I'm wrong. I thought the Pacers were gonna get eliminated in the first round.
Okay.
They got through that. I thought they were gonna lose in the second round. I thought Cleveland was gonna get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I will say though, with both teams that I predicted to beat against the Pacers, both of them they're dealing with injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand the injuries are part of the game, so it's but so it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You still got to get out there and play. Cleveland was still supposed to win that game.
Yeah.
You can't be up 20
So you
at
say.
home in the playoffs
No,
and
that's
lose.
true. That's true.
Huh?
No, you got to pull that out, and that if they would have won that game, that would have snatched the heart out of
life.
Because it's like, man, they're down all these players and they still won. Didn't work.
Absolutely.
And then FYF says he would have fired the coach mid playoff series if the team shot 63 pointers in a loss. They've been doing that shit. Didn't they open up the season shooting like 50, 63s
It
first
was something
game? Some
because
shit
they
like
were
that.
putting up astronomical
Yeah.
points
Yeah.
like the first 10 games. It was crazy.
They are who we thought they were.
Yeah.
They are not changing the game.
FYF though, you got to think though, Missoula does have a championship, so that allows him to be a little, a little bit cocky or stubborn, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
because he's already brought a title in.
I said this, Scotty boy. He's echoing the shit that I said, that they had no chemistry. Remember, I was telling you and Bong about this.
Yeah, the
I
first game
said they
Lillard
just
came back.
didn't look. I mean, throughout the season, I'm saying throughout
Oh.
the season, I felt like it was like this. I didn't have the Bucks winning. I had the Pacers.
I had the Bucks winning. I had the Bucks winning because you look at the playoffs and I understand it's team oriented, but you got to look at the stars, and it's like Indiana doesn't have, or I felt like they don't have that one guy that's like Giannis. Like Giannis is unstoppable. They have a guy that's unstoppable and is going to play hard every single night. Like, without fail, he will play hard. And with Dame Lillard, if Dame Lillard plays, Dame Lillard will be effective because he's been effective his whole career in the playoffs. And if they can have one other guy or two other guys, I looked at Bobby Portis and was like, Portis is effective. They should be able to weather the storm. Giannis rebounds, plays defense. They should be good. So that's why I looked at Milwaukee like, oh yeah, easy pick. I'm taking the Bucks.
Hey, this is facts right here. This is facts. In most cases, and when you have the super team that plays team basketball like a Miami when they
I
had
like
their
I like the Warriors.
yeah, or the Warriors,
Yeah.
like then it's a wrap when you marry those two. Yeah. So but yeah, I dog the next games I have to say for the series tonight
Mhm.
with the Warriors and the Wolves, the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
The next game, it's both
Pivot-
teams need to win it.
Pivotal. Yeah,
Like,
pivotal.
you know what I'm saying?
Very
Like
pivotal.
both teams got to get it. It's become that for Cleveland. Cleveland has to win the next game
Oh man,
for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
For the other ones though,
Cleveland is 1 foot in the playoffs, 1 foot out the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Cleveland is right now.
Yeah.
There's still hope with the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
They could still salvage this, especially if Curry's hamstring is really affecting him.
No.
Like
and that ain't nothing to play with.
No, it's not. And I don't want to harp on another man's downfall or prey on another man's downfall, but that
He
works into
said,
the
"But."
favor. No, I'm just saying that works into the favor of Minnesota
Mm-hmm.
because Curry was cooking before he went out.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't like he was stinking and being contained. Nah, he was cooking, and they had a cushion when he left,
Mm-hmm.
when he exited the game.
And they didn't lose it either.
No, they didn't. They
Until about
the fourth
what was
quarter.
it? Yeah, 6 minutes in the
Yeah,
fourth.
the fourth quarter. And then you know what Minnesota did? They went on it was a lid on the basket. They couldn't hit a field goal for 3 minutes. You can't be down 10 points in the fourth quarter at home
and
then
just
go
right.
3 minutes without hitting a field goal.
That was tough. That was
Yeah.
tough. Draymond Green tapped into his Michigan State days.
Yeah,
He was getting busy. Like he was a
it
big
was.
reason why they were
He
uh
was.
stretching the lead or even getting the lead in the beginning. I think he was like 4 for 5 from 3 at
Yeah.
one point in the first half. So
Yep. 4 for 5. He
he was
was.
getting it done. And
It
yes, go ahead.
It's unfortunate that he finished 4 for 10 and shot 40% from 3.
Mhm.
At one point, he was 80% from 3.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
like, you'll look at it in the future and like, I mean, and 40% is still respect. That's the standard in the NBA from 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
And me to shoot 40%. Oh, okay. I'm gonna tell you though. I was watching basketball today, and now I know I'm about to sound crazy like an old head. So just bear with me.
Okay.
I was looking and I was like, if I had the right mindset when I was young and in shape and everything else, I could have made it. Like, if all I had to do was rebound and play defense, like, don't even shoot the ball. Just focus on playing defense, fighting through screens, setting screens, and crashing the boards. If I could have bought into that mentally, I'd have made it. Because
Who go ahead. I'll let you finish that thought.
no, because I'm looking at the guys now and I'm like, it's
Who
a
specifically is making you say that? Because you said
oh
you
no
look.
no well I I'm not and it's no disrespect. I'm looking at like like the way that D Wade was playing today.
Mhm.
Dean Wade was winning 50-50
The real
ball.
D Wade.
Yeah, the upgraded I'm looking like he playing defense. He's
Mhm.
getting the ball, he's swinging and making the extra pass. He's not forcing the offense. He shot the ball 4 times today. But he's just he's fighting in the post. Like, he's undersized. He's 6'8", but he's undersized because at some points he's playing the center. A lot of times he's playing Pascal Siakam. Siakam's a little taller. So I'm just watching him and I'm like it's he's just playing gritty,
Okay.
just playing with a sense of toughness. And I'm like, okay. And then you look at players on like the Warriors, like Gary Payton Jr. Gary Payton Jr. is undersized, but he plays with gritty, with toughness. He doesn't always shoot the ball, but he's playing defense. He's getting rebounds. He's doing all the little things to help a team win.
Yeah.
When you're young,
Playing his role.
absolutely. But when you're young, you don't understand this mentality. You're thinking, man, I want to score. I want to do this. Man,
Yeah,
I got to tag.
but listen, KP.
What's up?
A lot of the stars, the young stars,
Mhm.
or let me start with the present. A lot of these NBA players now who are playing roles were young stars.
Oh, they got bags. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they were the doing all the scoring and all the things that the stars are doing, but when they got to the NBA, they had to start playing a role
Yeah, it was more
to
concentrated. Like,
yeah,
we
to
want you to
steal
win.
their spot, to solidify their spot on their teams. So, I mean, who was it? Was it Bong who was saying somebody was talking about how Draymond
Oh,
they
that was me.
asked you
That was me.
that was you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so go ahead and tell the
Oh,
folks
well,
what up.
Draymond is like, man, parents are like, man, my son played just like you. And they son be 10, 11, 12, and he be like, oh, shit, he's sorry as hell. Like, when I was 10, 11, 12, man, like, I was getting in my bag. I was a scorer first,
Right.
and I took a back seat because of Steph Curry. And I knew that I got to do all these other things to help the team win. So what you see right now, this isn't really me. I'm doing a role, I'm playing a part in a role because it's bigger than me. It's about the team. So
Yeah.
if your son at this age, no, he should be doing some of everything. He should be scoring, he should be doing this. He shouldn't be getting 4 points and setting a bunch of picks and
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't like you say the young people, like if when you were young and all of that stuff, like I
Oh,
would
no,
just
no,
do everything. I would work on everything.
no. I hear you. I'm just saying, like, so like I remember specifically, I remember being told, hey man, you're a hell of a rebounder. Like our coach back in the day told me, hey man, you're one of the best rebounders I've ever seen. You have a gift. And I didn't want to hear that shit. Like, I need more than 8 shots, dog. give give me more than 8 shots, so I can. So I want to get buckets. Like I want to win. I think that scoring will help the team win. I'm not saying this. I'm thinking this, but
Okay.
not understanding. You know what? Maybe if I put more effort into really rebounding, and I would went out there and just had a mentality of, you know what? I'll get 15. I'll get 20. Let me get 25 rebounds.
Hey,
Then
engineer, my bad. Engineer is still
yeah,
on Jalen Green. Scotty Boy said engineer is on Jalen Green's neck. Hey,
absolutely.
if you don't know, now you know. Engineer will not stop until Jalen Green is playing for somebody else other than the Rockets.
So yeah, so that's my I'm looking back on it now
Mm-hmm.
as I'm looking at the NBA and I'm just saying if I would have had that mindset of just look, man, you might really be good at this, like he's saying, and you should put all of your effort into excelling in this one thing, as opposed to harping and dwelling on all the other things that you want to do.
Man, KP, you wasn't shit. Nah, I'm messing with you, man. Nah, I get it and I understand it. I mean, but that's a cool way of looking at it. Once you have all the abilities, though, like you got to have all the skill, like
Yeah, I mean,
develop other skills and
yeah, like
stuff.
I had other skills, but it's like but what if I just put it all into that?
I don't think you can just put it all
No,
into
no,
that.
no, no. I'm saying like just my effort. Like I didn't I didn't try hard to get a bunch of rebounds. I didn't. It shit was just easy.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it
I
was
get what
like,
you're saying.
okay, let me get this rebound.
Hey,
All right,
hey,
I
hey,
get
y'all. KP said, "Forgive him. He's about to." What you say? Forgive you. You about to
hold my
sound like
whole
oh,
meal. Yeah.
yeah. He showing the fuck didn't he?
Hey, it's all right.
Uh-huh. Engineer said he slightly dislikes dislikes Jalen Green. Before, real quick, man, before we get out of here, what do you think about the games from yesterday, though? Because we talked about these two games tonight. What do you think about what's going to happen with Boston? What do you think about what's going to happen with
Oh,
OKC?
Boston tomorrow. I'm curious to see what happens with Porzingis. Like
Okay,
where we at with the Porzingis injury, because Porzingis gives them that flexibility to kind of play big and match up better with New York.
okay,
If they don't have Porzingis, I think it's going to be tough.
okay.
Um, so
Can Boston survive another? Well, they didn't survive.
yeah,
Can Boston afford another? 3-point shooting barrage and almost a you know a drought of some sorts. Even though with all that being said about how many they missed, the game was still close as shit. So can they afford to keep deploying their same strategy
um,
or employing their same strategy, whichever way you want to say it?
they have to get more from other guys. Like
Okay.
Jason Tatum started off really good early.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had 13 in like the first quarter. He was cooking. Um, and honestly, the way that they got those shots and they got those looks was because they were attacking the basket. They put Carl Anthony Towns in foul trouble. They put uh, I I don't remember if it was OG or Mikael Petri. I'm calling him Petrus. Mikael
Petrus.
I don't remember which one it was, but it was like two of them. I think it was OG Anunoby. It was OG and Carl Towns. They
Mhm.
had 2 quick fouls.
Yeah.
They were putting them in foul trouble because they were attacking early and often.
And Towns didn't have the best game.
No, he didn't.
OG did though. He
OG
played well.
yeah,
Yeah.
he came through in the third quarter. He had a big third quarter. He had like
Yeah.
14 in the third quarter. But when they were attacking early and often, they were getting to the basket. Tatum shot 5 free throws in the first quarter. Like, that's attacking. Now, granted, one of them you shot a 3-pointer. So
I
you
was
got 3
about to
free
say
throws on that.
Tatum is I would not necessarily say Tatum is I wouldn't necessarily say he's
Like,
attacking the basket. He's
Jaylen
not.
Brown I believe Jaylen Brown shot 10 free throws. So at some point they were attacking, but then they stopped and they decided to settle on the 3. So if I'm them tomorrow, I'm not saying you can't take threes. I'm saying just attack the basket first.
Yeah, well, not even first. Like, if you take the threes, that's fine. If you take the threes, that's fine. What I said to y'all yesterday was you have to have some savvy as a player on the court, right? You have to decide when to break a play, when
Yeah.
to drive to the basket. It's the same thing. Like, oh, coach called this play, but I broke it and I scored. Hey, we normally shoot threes, but I'm gonna drive to the basket and score, or I'm gonna drive to the basket and get this dude in foul trouble, or something. Like, you can't just keep knocking your head against the
One
wall
thing.
thinking you about to break through. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta change it up, and they didn't do that, right? And that's a lot of these players too. Like, it's not just them; they're just more ridiculous with it. They're OD with the 3-point shooting. Some of these other players will continue to shoot it though. Like, even Anthony Edwards tonight, when he was 0 for 7, dog, why haven't you gone to the basket yet? You know what I'm saying? Julius Randle, why aren't you driving to the paint? But
That was Julius
I mean,
Rock.
same thing with the Celtics though. So I agree with you. If you had to make a call right now, Celtics or the Knicks, who do you think is taking that series?
No Porzingis, Knicks win.
Okay.
Porzingis plays, Celtics win.
Okay. All right. And before I go to this next one, hey, engineer, appreciate you, man. Just a quick shout out to y'all. Been a tough week, and tuning in nightly has been fun. Engineer, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you always rocking with us, man. That's for
Absolutely.
sure. So, man, and hopefully this next week ain't so tough, or the rest of this week ain't so tough on you, man.
Yeah. Hopefully the sounds is good.
Next game, no. And wrapping this up, Scotty Boy said, I don't know if it's just me, but I hate Pritchard. Seeing Pritchard shoot threes, I just want to punch him in his face.
Yeah.
Engineer got a personal issue with Pritchard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Pritchard be cooking, man. Listen,
he got 6 man of the year.
yo,
6 man of the year.
listen, him, like players like him, and then even on Minnesota, like DiVincenzo
Can get hot.
I'm telling you,
And get
like,
hot.
respect to them, man.
Yeah.
And I seen like some off-season workouts from both of them cooking.
You know what, man? So last year someone was asking me, they were talking about Reed Shepherd and Peyton Pritchard. And they were like, Reed Shepherd's gonna be a high draft pick and saying all this stuff. And I was like, okay, like that's cool. They're like, well, what do you see? Is he gonna be like a Peyton Pritchard type of player? I was like, nah.
I thought you were high on Reed Shepherd, though.
I like Reed Shepherd, but I think he's more like Colin Gillespie. I think he's more like a Colin Gillespie than a Peyton Pritchard. And Gillespie spent time in the G League. Like, no disrespect to him.
Yeah, he said, why you talking all that shit? Pritchard reminds me of Scalabrini's quote, I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me.
Man, Pritchard's nice.
Yeah,
Pritchard got a little, Pritchard got some toughness, some meanness in him. He got a little nastiness in him. Pause. But like, I don't know. Have you seen his like workout videos when he's dribbling the ball, like ball handling and stuff like that?
I believe I saw. Maybe you even sent one.
He's got that thing on the string, man.
Yeah, I think maybe you had sent one.
He's got. Damn. I'm sorry, engineer.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh.
On Reed Shepard. Okay, well,
Reed Shepard, hell of a college player.
yeah.
Hell of a high school player, man. I've watched Reed Shepard for years. My son actually played against Reed Shepard. So I've watched him and I'm cheering for him. I'm rooting for him.
Mm-hmm.
But that NBA is tough, man. It's size wise, all that. It's tough on him. He hell of a shooter, hell of a player. It's tough.
Hmm.
But back to Pritchard, man. Yeah, I like Pritchard, man. Pritchard could get it going, man. Pritchard could get it going.
Yeah. So, OKC. Before we get out, give me that OKC and who you got coming out of that series.
Oh, who do I have coming out of that
OKC and
series? Or who I
Denver.
winning this next game?
Well, let's start with who you got winning next game. OKC and Denver.
OKC is
OKC
gonna.
better win.
Yeah, OKC is gonna win. OKC is
Okay.
gonna win. Yeah.
All right.
I think that
If they don't, it's gonna be the same thing for them.
well,
That
I'm gonna tell you there was some bright spots in that game too. I didn't mention it yesterday, but the bright spot was Peyton Watson. I'm starting to see it with Peyton Watson.
for Denver.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
starting
okay. I thought you were saying it was a bright spot for OKC.
No,
Like,
I'm saying
Peyton
that's the
Watson
bright
is
spot, Peyton Watson.
okay.
Like, I'm starting to see it. Like, when he was coming out of high school, he was McDonald's All-American. He was projected to be a top 5 pick in the league. Went to UCLA, didn't work with him and Cronin, and he still declared for the draft after averaging like 4 points a game or something like that in college, his 1 year.
But
And
he's doing what you were just talking about though a minute ago, saying what you should
the dirty work.
focus.
Yeah,
Yeah. See,
and playing
I mean,
defense.
it's specifically block shots though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So looking at him, so he still came out in the draft after
Mhm.
not having a good 1 year in college at UCLA, and he was picked very last in the first round by the Denver Nuggets.
Mhm.
So they got him, and then I think the next year they got Julian Strother in the first round from Gonzaga. So they had these young guys, these young pieces, and
Mhm.
then they had the Bruce Brown, not Bruce Brown, Christian Brown. They
Mhm.
have Christian Brown, so they had like a young core of guys, and it was like, okay, who's gonna take the next step forward? Who's gonna take the leap? And it seemed like Christian Brown started to take the leap forward, but Julian Strother, he got hurt, so he kind of fell back and he was out of the rotation. And then you got Peyton Watson, who was still like, is he gonna take the step forward? I don't know. But in watching him against OKC yesterday, I'm like, okay, he's taking that step forward.
Okay.
He's a high level shot blocker from the wing position. Like, I'm gonna say high level.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and they've actually been talking about that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gets deflection.
I think he was like what in the top 5 or something like that for block shots, right?
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
So,
he's
so that's a bright spot for them because they're gonna have to move for Michael Porter Jr.
That's your boy though.
It is, man. I like Porter, but he ain't coming with it, man. I gotta be honest.
Okay. Because you
and
always saying some shit about him, so
yeah, I mean, man, like the dude is like 6'11", man. Like the dude is 6'11". He's a matchup nightmare. I don't know, Scotty boy. I'm not sure about that. But to
order to the
finish,
Bucks.
yeah, but before I talk about that, I just want to finish the thought. I do think that
Hey, like, well, finish it, motherfucker.
I do think that OKC
I got something in my eye. We'll get it the fuck out your eye, you blind motherfucker. Finish the thought. Damn.
Sweet Dick Willie. I
But
think
go
that
ahead, man.
I think that Shay's gonna have a big game tomorrow. I think that
Okay.
Shay, and if it's not going good for Denver, I look for Denver to probably rest their guys in the fourth quarter. Like, you know what? We came out 1-1. We just gonna rest y'all, and then we gonna go back to Denver 1-1, and then we'll focus on trying to win in Denver.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what I think. That's what I think is gonna happen. So,
And,
what's his name?
and just to correct myself, blocks per game,
Yeah.
Peyton Watson is not top 5. He's number 13. Total
Okay.
blocks for the regular season, he's number 16. So I don't
Okay.
want to be putting no
I thought you meant I thought you meant from a wing position though.
but from a wing position, yes, it's I think that's what they were talking about. They
Yeah,
said
that's what I thought.
outside of the post
Yeah,
players that he was like top 5.
that's
Yeah.
that's what I thought you meant. And then so with that said, Scotty boy, watch your parlays for Denver
Oh
because
shit.
I don't know
Hold
if
on. Is this the point where you starting to give Scotty Boy the locks before we get out of here?
no. I'm just
Okay.
saying it for I'm just saying it for this one. I don't know how much Denver is gonna play their guys tomorrow if the game is out of hand, given they've already won a game in Oklahoma. So that's what I would say.
Okay. Well, shit. We might as well go to it. I don't know. Bong, are you in the chat? If you are, we need that disclaimer for KP's what KP has for his picks. If not, you know, Scotty boy, y'all all know this is the part of the show where we gotta let y'all know KP's motto behind this is bet your bottom dollar. Just don't bet none of the ones on top. With that being said, KP, have you taken a look at any of the
No,
prize pick numbers or any of the things for tomorrow?
I haven't.
Okay. So let's see what we got here. Russell Westbrook points, 12.5. And we'll just go with the popular ones.
13. Yeah, I like that. 13.
Okay. Jason Tatum fantasy points, got to get 50.
50 fantasy points. I don't know how the scoring is, so I wouldn't do fantasy points because I don't know how the scoring is.
Okay. Josh Hart, 11.5 points, so you got to get 12. So less or more, 11.5.
I told you I
Oh,
don't
you don't
like,
do the remember,
yeah,
KP don't do the less.
I don't do the unders. I just won't do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
stay away from that one.
Hart got to score 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that one.
Okay. Derek White got to score 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, fantasy points, you don't know how they're scoring, but fantasy points for Aaron Gordon, 31.
Aaron Gordon. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about
Okay.
that.
All right. Mikal Bridges got to score 29 fantasy points. It's another fantasy
Yeah,
point one. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I would
Derek
take that because he gets steals and blocks. He plays
Okay.
defense.
Then Derek White, 33 fantasy points. Well, he got to be 34.
I just took
Or
Derek White.
over, not don't even got to be 34. Just got to be over 33.
Yeah, I don't know. I took Derek White on the points though.
Okay.
16.
OG Anunoby got to score 18 points.
I stay away from that.
Okay. Jason Tatum, 28 points.
Damn, 28.
28 points.
I stay away from that.
Okay. We were just talking about Peyton Pritchard, 10 points.
Yep, give me that.
Oh, with no hesitation.
Give me that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You
He,
know
he's,
the
he's been in a slump.
he scored 13 in the last game,
Yeah. Okay.
and then in the last game against Orlando, he scored 10.
Yeah. 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 Like he struggled against Orlando.
Okay. And then last but not least, points, rebounds, assists. Derek White, 25.
Derek White. He said, "I." Hold on. Let me
He said
highlight
he
this.
definitely ain't taking Pritchard, huh?
Yeah, I know you don't like you, man, but yeah, 10 points is 10 points. He's gonna hit 3 threes tomorrow. Easy. He'll hit 3 threes. You said what was the PRA
It is 25.
for who?
Derek White.
Derek White PRA 25. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
Okay. All right. Well, those
So
were the
I guess look, so I guess you said his fantasy's 33. I guess I'd take that too.
okay. And then I saw a comment from Scotty Boy before we wrap up earlier. He said, so Jokic under PRA, gotcha. So
Yeah,
under on
his PRA be like
it's
55.
it's 51.
Yeah, like that's astronomical.
Okay.
What's his rebound?
It's astronomical, but he
He
had
gets it.
70 in the last game.
Yeah, he gets it. What's his rebounds?
Let me see.
If it's 12.5, yeah, I'd take it.
10 and a
Oh,
half.
his rebounds are 10 and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
This is
I'm
on
going.
Prize Picks, 10 and a
Yeah,
half.
yeah, I'm going over.
Okay.
What,
All right.
what are his points? Like 28, 28 and a half?
His points are, and this is on Prize Picks, y'all. Points are 22 and a half.
22 and a half?
Yes.
Wait.
You heard me.
I'm wondering, like, so honestly, I don't want to use this term, but it's really I won't say scaring me. I'll say it's making me maybe it's making me overthink this because it's like, why the
Oh,
hell?
excuse me. I'm sorry. 28 and a half on his points.
Okay, yeah,
Sorry.
that's why I was like, wait a minute, like 22.
Yeah, 28 and a half on his points.
Okay, nah, yeah, I'll stay away from that. But if it was 22, yeah, I would have took it. And 10 and a half
And let
on
me double check. Because I think I was looking at his forecast. So rebounds, correction on the rebounds is 13 and a half on his rebounds.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
okay, yeah. I'm gonna pass on those,
Okay.
and I will urge people, if you do the live bet, look at the live bet. If he gets 2 quick ones and he doesn't have fouls, yeah, hurry up and jump on that 13 and a half before it goes up.
Okay.
We got a question, Scotty boy.
Scotty Boy is saying Holiday 10 and a half points.
I'm wondering what's up with Holiday and his hamstring, because you know what? Yes, he gets 11. Yeah, he can
Okay.
get.
All right. Well, shit, I didn't see Bong. Bong must have checked out on us early. So,
Yeah, man.
uh,
Bong was in there, man. Bong was getting ignored, man.
yeah. So, um, the like, share, and subscribe and comment is at the bottom scrolling. So please do that. We appreciate the new folks who came in. Definitely FYF Sports Debates. Definitely appreciate you dropping on by. Hopefully we see you again, and we will be subscribing to yours as well. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to catch one of your shows coming up here. I don't know if you're still on, but I will be trying to check out one of your shows coming up here soon. And the rest of y'all, as always, like Scotty Boy, Engineer. Oh, Bong. Bong says his comments ain't been coming through. That one came through. But Scotty Boy, Engineer, I know Deal World was in here. Everybody who rocks with us, please continue to do so. We appreciate it. Discord is coming soon. it should be out before the end of this week. I know I said yesterday, I said the next couple days. So it should be out definitely before the end of this week. But we will let y'all know when this officially out there, so y'all can jump in on that too. But man, KP, anything else before we get out of here?
Man, thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate all the questions, the comments, the feedback, the subscriptions, the shares, the likes. Thank you all. Appreciate you. It's another good show.
All right, man. 2 P's in a bong. We out.
Peace.